How's that? Huh? How's that? You got Aspen on the bed. Here's one. They're doing great. They shed really good too. I'm surprised as small as they are. But yeah, they had to be assist fed the first part of their lives because they had no clue how to eat. And they were terrified of everything you put in front of them. But these are my 4 Pastavi young ones. This one has a dominant pattern. You hiding today? You hiding from everybody? Huh? Yeah, I'm a little shaky. I haven't been up very long. But these are my 4 kids. There you go. There. No, 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 not on the floor. Can't have you on the floor. The floor's got carpet on it and it's warm, but that's beside the point. Yeah. Show everybody how pretty you are. Huh? Yeah, pretty. But these are the 4 babies. The youngest. I've had everybody ask me about them, how they're doing, so I figured I'd just bring them out and do a video and show everybody how they're all doing. These are youngest of all my ball pythons. Deeply loved. Beautiful little guys. Yes, you are. You're gorgeous. What are you doing? Sunshine beaming on you. That feel pretty good? Huh? I love ball pythons. I always have. Well, my first snakes was actually, well, other than my water moccasin, my wild-caught water moccasin I found when I was 14 years old. That was technically my first pet snake. But after that, my first snake was a ball python. I've always loved them. I love the normals of all species, too, of snakes. I'm not that particular because each one's an individual. Their beauty is an added plus, definitely, but personality, I think, is more important to me than their appearance. The sun feel good? See, if you get under your heat light in your enclosure, you'd be warm too. The curtain blocking your sun? No, not really. Okay. I figured I'd just let them out and video them for a little while so people can see how they're doing. But these are my 4 Pastavi males. Eventually I will be breeding one with either my clown or my pied females. But I got all these with intentions of breeding them eventually. These are my 4 kids. Where are you going? You can't get on the floor. No, you can. You can look around, roam around, but you can't get on the floor. All my snakes are very social. They're handled, I'd say 3 days out of a week. There's a time when they need peace and quiet to themselves and they need to rest, and I think it's important for them to have that quiet time when they're digesting food, or when they're getting, you got your brother tied up here, or when they're getting ready to shed. But those are times when they need some privacy and time to themselves without being handled. You can tell when they want to come out. They'll let you know. Look at all the worms. Look at all the worms. Huh. You guys get to go on the ground outdoors this year for the first time. They were too young last year, so they didn't get to get on the yard. I take them out in a plastic tote when they're young until they get used to the difference in the air and the sounds and the smells. And then after they reach a certain point, I'll let them get on the ground. But as young snakes, I don't, because I'm real funny about being concerned about their immune systems as young snakes. Naturally, you should be, because I doubt that their immune system is fully developed as a baby snake. So I'm very particular about that. They don't go on the ground until they've matured quite a bit, when I feel safe to put them on the ground. That's a new one. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to do that. I'm sorry. Hey! All the green eyes. That's common with the Pastavis, the bright green eyes. You're so pretty. All of you. Look at you. Hey! See, this is pretty cool. Huh? It's pretty cool out here. I've got the camera pointed down on the futon so you can see the snakes. You're not very active today. Wake up. Wake up. There we go. No, you're not sneaking on. No, you're not. But these are my younger 4 Pastavi males that I have plans for breeding projects. Eventually, when I feel like they're ready for it, I will. So this is cool. This is neat. Let me move this down. Put these down here so you can roam around a little more freely. There you go. There you go. Is that better? Huh? Give you a little more freedom? Yeah. I think it's important for snakes to be able to freely express themselves without you always grabbing them and manhandling them and putting them here and forcing them there. You're giving them a negative impression when you're forceful with them. Sometimes you have to be for their safety, but otherwise I don't force myself on them. I leave it up to them. Oh, I don't want you to fall. I'm sorry. The camera's still getting you, but we'll see. But these are my 4 young'uns. They're due to eat this week. Now, a lot of people get overly concerned when ball pythons stop eating. As a normal, when they reach sexual maturity, most of them will stop eating for the winter months. My adults go off food in October and they won't eat again until the beginning of April. So, you know, don't overreact to anything. Ask around. People that are experienced can tell you it's very normal for ball pythons to go off food in the winter. These guys are still eating because they're still young, but not as much as they normally do in the spring and summer. So what you really need to do is don't overreact to the situation with your snake. If you're really frantic about something and you can't find an answer from someone that's an experienced keeper, then I suggest calling a vet. But otherwise, it's very normal for older ball pythons to go off food in the wintertime. Because during the wintertime, the males are producing sperm and the females are producing egg follicles for breeding purposes. And that's a snake's goal in life: to live, to thrive, and to reproduce. That's the only real goal snakes have. A lot of people don't seem to understand. You're a chubby one. You're the one that's been eating so much. But these are all different. They're all Pastavis. They all look different. They all have different temperaments and they all have different personalities. Snakes are just as much individuals as people are. And I'm not in the camera because by a minute you can't see the snakes, and it means more to me for you to see the snakes. But yes, they're all individuals, just like people are. I don't know why everybody seems to think that all snakes are the same, because they definitely are not. They're very distinct individuals. You're gonna go over there and try to fall off on the floor. We can't do that. No, we can't do that. Here, I'll put you back in. I'm gonna put you back in since I had you on film for a while. Here we go. Bring out some more kids. Here. But these are my 4 young Pastavi males that I have breeding plans for. Here we go. I'll put you behind me so you stay warm. That sun felt pretty good, huh? There you go. How about over here? And who do we have in here? Okay, these are my 2-inchy females that I got with plans to breed. You want to come out too? Come on. Here we go. There you go. But these are all the younger of all my ball pythons. Where you going? Where you going? Huh? Where are you going? Come over here so the camera will pick you up. Show everybody how pretty you are. They're getting big really quick. They're good eaters. I have no complaints with them. Beautiful snakes. They have excellent sheds. If you keep your enclosures at a proper environment, your snakes really, even ball pythons don't have as bad a time shedding if you keep their environment set right for them. There's nothing wrong with a bad shed. All snakes do it. People need to quit finding fault with people that have snakes that have sheds stuck on them, because that's so childish and immature, because there isn't a snake anywhere that doesn't have a shedding issue from time to time. Look at you, you're tied in a knot. The camera's still picking you up? Yeah, I think so. These are my 2-inchy females. Look how pretty you are. You having fun? So this is neat out here. We like it. Let's back you up. I don't want you head diving off the futon. There you go. We actually have sunshine today. It's cold as bejesus. It was 9 below during the night, but at least today it's sunny out. That's a plus. It's kind of encouraging. Makes you want to go outdoors and do stuff, but it's still way too cold to do that. These are my 2-inchy girls. I got most of these from auctions, and I'm on Morph Market a lot, looking at snakes and checking out the prices and stuff, and that's where I got quite a few of my snakes, is off Morph Market. There's some fantastic breeders that sell their snakes on there. They're so pretty. I love the darks on these, the dark coloring. Really brightens up the patterns. Look at all the alien heads. Hi, what are you doing? I'm just looking to see what you're doing. Okay, that's fair, I guess. No, these are my 2 youngins. These 2 have never had a problem eating. Not at all. Just those poor 4 Pastavi males. No. You can't dive bomb on the floor. It's not that high up, but I don't want you to get on the floor. No. No floor for you. So I'm going. They're so fast. You want to see your snakes move quick. Put them in water. It's amazing how fast they are in water. I have a pool I set up outdoors for my snakes every spring, for them to get in to cool off when it's really warm out. And my general rule is, if it's 90 degrees, they don't go out. I take them out early morning or late evening so the heat's not so intense on them, because you don't want their skin to dehydrate. You don't want them to have breathing problems like they do if it's overly hot out. So I keep my snakes outdoors when it's a comfortable temperature for them, not when it's 90, 95 degrees. You don't take your snakes out in temps like that. I don't. I never will. You take a python out in temps 90 degrees and all they do is huff and puff, and they're just a mess trying to breathe in the heat because the humidity is so high when you take them out and it's hot out. So my snakes don't go out in bright sunshine unless it's early morning or late evening, so they're comfortable. You don't do it for you. It's cool making videos, it's cool spending time with them outdoors, but not at their expense. Everything you have to do has to be in their best behalf, or you're just not doing it right, actually. Where are you going? These are my 2-inchy girls. I see you staring at me. You need to go back on food. Grumpy goes off food in the winter for some reason. He has over the past 5 years. But he makes up for it when spring rolls in. You looking at my camera? You looking at the camera? Huh? But yeah, these are my 2 inchies. I'll put you back in. And we'll take out some more. These are all my younger snakes. Here we go. Good babies. They're all awesome babies. We have this one. Let's see what we got here. I'll put these two back on the floor. But I promised my friends I'd make this video because they wanted to see how big they got and how they're doing. So what we're going to do now is we'll bring out Belle. She's my clown. You're chilly too. Why are you guys not by your heating pad? This is Belle, my clown. She's a gorgeous girl. She's a wicked eater, but she will not eat unless she's in her hide box with her head sticking out. That's the only way she'll eat for you. Used to, you had to hold her to get her to eat. Now the only way she'll eat is if she's hiding in her hide box and she can poke her head and neck out and then she'll eat. But there's no other way you can get her to eat. She's very pretty. This is Belle, my clown. I just love the clown genetics. I think they're one of the prettiest ball pythons I've ever seen. I really want to expand my snake group with some more clowns because they're just so gorgeous and they really bring a lot to the table on breeding projects. Sun feel good? You like the sunshine? Huh? I love them all to death. I have no favorites of all my snakes, all 21 of them. I have no favorites. Some demand more time with me than others, so it seems like they're my favorites, but I love each one for the individuals that they are, their personalities and temperaments. So I have no favorites per se, because I love them all the same for the individuals that they are. Chewy demands a lot of my time. He'd be happy if I left him out 24 hours a day, but I can't do that because I have other responsibilities. But he gets a lot more of my time because he demands that much of my time. He loves to be out with me. I don't take them out. I don't force them out of their enclosures. If they show me that they want to come out and they're pacing around and up by the door pacing, then I know they want to come out, and then I open the door and I let them come out on their own. I have issues with people forcing their snakes to do things because I think you're being aggressive toward them when you do that. So give them a chance to make some choices for themselves. It's good for them. Look how pretty you are. But this is Belle, my pretty clown. She is too. She's beautiful. Look at that. I'm pretty. I'm a very pretty girl. I hope my camera's picking all this up. But all my snakes are very friendly and social. They don't strike at anybody when you approach them. They get used to you handling them and being around them. They won't strike at you when you open their door. Unless they're looking for food, and I hook train all my snakes from babies so they respond to the hook. Most cases I just use an empty paper towel roll, give them a little tap to cancel the feeding response. Another trick I've learned over the years is before you feed your snakes, run your hands under cold tap water because it cancels out your hand's heat signature, so you're a lot less likely to get struck at, mistaken for a food item when you're feeding your snakes. It's really simple, common sense. Have cold hands when you offer them food and they won't target your body temperature. So you'll be a lot less likely to get struck by accident when they're feeding. Where you going? Where you going, Belle? No, you can't dive on the floor. I'm sorry. I just wanted to bring them out and do a video showing everybody how big they're getting because everybody's been asking me about them, and I promised several people I'd update a video on the younger ball pythons. She's so pretty. You can't dive off on the floor. No! Don't commit suicide. No. Let's put you back in. We'll get out the last one of the younger ones and the biggest of the younger ones. And this is the last of the younger ball pythons. This is Star, my pied. Here we go. There we go, Star. And I have Rastus in the house. I'll go get him and bring him out too. He's my spider male. But this is Star, my pied. She and Belle live together. They have since the first day I got them. And if I try to separate them, they both stress out so bad I have to put them back together. But they're fed independently, not in the same enclosure together. But they're like best friends. You can't take them apart or they both freak out. Let's see if I can bring it up a little bit. There you go. But this is Star, my pie girl. I'll go in and get Rastus in a minute. She's beautiful. She has this one dark dot on her back, and it has 3 light brown scales on it, and they form a perfect heart inside of that dark ring circle, which is really unique. She has this heart, perfect heart. It's 3 light colored scales, light brown scales inside that circle. You are beautiful. She's a good girl. She's one of the biggest of the younger ones that I got. What you doing, Star? Crappy sinus weather. Huh. Yep. Oh, you just found Fade up there? Huh? Is that Fade? Something caught her attention. What'd you find, Star? Star! What'd you find? I got all these with plans for breeding them in the future. Some of them I may put together this year. Not sure yet. Jasmine's still small compared to the size of Chewy, so if I can get some extra weight on her in the next couple of months, I'll still try and put them together and see if they can mate. But Jasmine, she's got the length on her. Not as long as Chewy, but she definitely doesn't have his girth. He's pure muscle, so I don't really want to. I might put them together to see how they get along with each other, just for a little while, to see how they react to each other. But what are you looking at, Star? Oh, you found Grumpy and Fade over there. Okay. Sun feels good, huh? You like the sunshine? Huh? She found Fade and Grumpy. They're both sitting here staring at me through the corner of their glass beside me on my right side. Show everybody how pretty you are. Look at me. Say, I'm beautiful. Yes, I am. I'm a beautiful snake. There. There we go. But this is Star, my pied. I got all these this past year. They're all new to me. And I've raised them from babies. Did you get confused? Yeah? Did you get confused? Okay, I'll put you back in with Belle. And I'll go in and get Rastus for a few minutes and show everybody Rastus, my other younger ball python. He's a male spider. There we go. I'll take y'all back in the house in a few minutes and put you back in your enclosure. There we go. Let me go get Rastus. And this is Rastus, my spider male. Did I freak you out when I grabbed you? I'm sorry. So you freaked me out. You can come out. You're safe now. There you go. Something I found interesting about the spider genetics, if they have the head wobble, it seems to be triggered by stress. So if they start doing the head wobble and start getting twitchy and jerky, just put your hand on them and reassure them they're safe. It calms them down, it relaxes them, and they'll stop with that head wobble. So you don't have to let your snakes go through that with their heads jerking around and their bodies flaring all over the place. Just lay your hand on them and make them feel safe and secure, and they'll calm right down. See? I'm going exploring though. Come here. Over here. Stay where I can see you. No. No floor. No. We're going to calm down. Relax. There you go. See? But you don't have to let them do all that swinging themselves around and head wobbling and all that. Just assure them that they're safe. Make them feel safe and secure, and they'll stop with that. It's definitely triggered by stress. Absolutely. I've tested that theory 100 times, and every single time he starts with the head wobble and frilling himself around, it's due to stress factors. So don't let them do that. You can stop it. Make them feel comfortable and relaxed. It's okay. It's alright. You're safe. There. He's about due to shed. That's why his colors are a little darker than normal. But I will be breeding him either this year or next year. He's got beautiful bright green eyes. See? You can make a difference in what's going on in their lives. If you want to take the time and you want to be dedicated, you can make their lives better for them. You really can. You don't have to let them sit there and swing around and head wobble and throw their bodies all over the place. If you can stop it, intervene, stop it. Because it's better for them to not be stressed out. There you go. No floor, no floor, no floor. I'm going to calm you down. There you go. It's that simple. If you get a kick out of watching them act spastic and out of control, that says a lot about you as a person, because that's not beneficial to them to be acting like that, out of control. So, you know, you can stop it. You can control it. But you've got to pay attention and catch it when it's going on. Relax. Relax. It's okay. Relax. Okay. There you go. I think it's cruel to sit there and get a kick out of watching them lose their motor skills like that. I think it's really cruel to watch them do it, and it's sure as heck not funny. Because you don't realize what that snake's going through at the time that's freaking out like that and losing control. Here. This one has a head stamp just like a clown does, which I find is really amusing. See the head stamp? It's really different. There you go. You're good. Now, he's a good looking boy. He's definitely going to be a nice breeder snake. And yes, I am going to breed my spider ball python. They're no different than any other snake. And with work, you can help them get past that lack of motor skills when they're stressed out. Here you go. Stop. Stop there. Okay. See? You can help control that. And if you can, why not? If it makes life better for them. Where are you going, Rastus? Yeah, he's due to shed. He just stayed day before yesterday. Where are you going? No, we can't get on the floor. No floor. No, he's probably... Yeah, he's coming to spaz out now because I stopped him from doing something. Back to this. Time out. There. But that's all of my younger ball pythons, as promised to my friends.